Welcome back, everybody. We're going to hop into our first adventure of the night, which I'm entitling Fool's Sapphires. But as always, we're going to introduce our adventurers beforehand. So, without further ado, first up here, we have Callie returning. Callie,
Well,
how are you?
hi Pete.
Tell me, Callie, what's new? How have you been since the invasion on the Crimson Coast? I know you drank quite a bit that day.
Well, yeah, now I'm like worshipping another god, like again.
Wait, a completely new god?
Yeah, it's like the third time.
Like, which god you go with?
Well, so first, as you know, I worship Thor, but he did nothing as like a unicorn bash in my head. So before Welcome's taking, I talked to this guy. I don't know what his name was. Every time I asked, he just kept calling me a chunkus, whatever that is. Anyways, he told me that I should worship this guy named Claude. Apparently, he's some big puffy thing in the cloud or in the sky.
So you worship the great big Claude.
Yeah, I don't know. He must be some fat guy in the sky. Anyways,
I think that's exactly what he is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not personally familiar with this deity Claude, but
as you know, after I was worshiping him, I couldn't hit for shit. Every time I tried, it just didn't work out. So
when you were worshiping Thor, or was this when?
No, that's when I was worshiping Claude.
Oh, okay. So you have another new deity after Claude, or are you going to give Claude another shot?
Oh no, I gave up Claude, and I found a new one in my sleep. He's Nightmare Kurt or something. I think he's a fire horse named Kurt. I don't know. But he gave me this cool new shadow hammer.
Oh wow, that's a pretty impressive hammer.
And he said that I can order people around and tell them what to do. So that's totally down my alley.
Well, I hope that things go well between you and Nightmare Kurt. I'm correct about the name, right? Nightmare Kurt?
I think that's what I said. Close enough.
I hope everything works out between the two of you. I think it might be the start of a long clerical partnership between the two of you, but we'll have to wait and see. Callie,
if he
back.
works out. Thanks, Pete.
Next up, we have another returning hero here. We have Daakar of Tuktuk. Welcome back, Daakar.
How am I alive?
That is, Daakar, a very good question. That I think the best way to answer it is don't think about it. Don't place too many questions on how you have managed to stay alive here. I would just accept it.
Okay, that sounds good.
So Daakar, tell me, how have you been?
Less alive than usual, but we're gonna ignore that.
Yeah, some of the workings of Bartholomew's shop and the manners in which adventurers, come and go can be a little bit strange. Now, remind me, Daakar. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What is you're of course a warlock, or I don't know if you've made that public, but of course I know. What is your patron again, Daakar?
Well, before I moved forward to try and defend our world and that whole nightmare fiasco,
yes,
I had encountered a hidden shrine deep within my Kobold village. This shrine was dedicated to the mighty soul of a dragon slain unjustly. And it is rumored that that dragon's spirit still dwells within the blade used to strike him down. I believe this rumor is true, as that dragon spirit certainly spoke to me. He offered me powers in exchange for certain actions I must take.
And what are those actions?
Standing in the defense of kobolds and all of dragonkind, righting wrongs and slaying villains.
It's very interesting to hear, as I think you could not be better suited to the adventure at hand, as of course we'll need your help dealing with some issues in the Kobold city of Boldo's Gulch. So I look forward to seeing what you're able to do there. Daakar, welcome back.
Thank you.
Next up, we have, and forgive me if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but is it Hiori Glasia?
Yes, that's pretty accurate.
Well, excellent. Hiori, you are a new adventurer here in the Land of DnDTime. So first off, welcome. And secondly, would you care to tell us a little bit about yourself and what brings you here?
Where to start? I don't know. I guess my start of my story is similar to this cute little kobold warlock here, Daakar, I think. Yeah, something like that. I do serve a dragon patron who is no longer on this plane anymore. Anyway,
I'm very sorry to hear that.
yeah, it was kind of a long haul coming here from the sanctuary. I helped for a few years with this little sanctuary city that was filled with kobolds because, well, I don't know, I was kind of drawn to the place. I worked with two other Dragonborn, but I guess things didn't entirely work out as planned, and I decided to leave for better work, and then I found myself here.
Yes, of course, Bartholomew's adventuring troupe always offers work to those who are looking for it. There's never a shortage of jobs available. And what scale pattern do you have as a Dragonborn? What color are you?
Silver.
A silver Dragonborn.
Yes.
Very good. Is it safe to say that you align with a lot of their ideals? You're kind of a. It seems like you're a very good Dragonborn.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Though I would say some of the things that I do in hindsight aren't the best that I could have done.
Well, nobody's perfect, but it seems that your spirit, if nothing else, is in the right place.
Yeah, you can say that, I guess.
Very good. Hiori, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I often say welcome back, but welcome.
Thank you.
It's good to have you today. And last but not least, we have another kobold. You're all very familiar, I assume, with Rivi, Shoot, and Staab. Shoot, of course, is your nickname, but Rivi, welcome.
Hi!
There's a very draconic party here before us today. I'm very excited about that. Rivi, would you care to remind us a little bit about your kind of mission here in the lands of DnDTime? Or how are you doing since that very terrifying pilgrim attack?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my mission is just to shoot bad guys. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? You know.
Yeah, it's a very kind of straightforward goal. I admire the way that you approach things so clearly, Rivi. Have you learned any new shooting techniques yet? Any new tricks?
Yeah, if I tilt my crossbow sideways, it's supposed to be cooler for some reason.
Would you say cool enough to give you a +2 on your attacks with it?
I don't know, maybe. Apparently.
I'm speaking.
Technically, it's archery. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-mm. Rivi, you're not just, of course you are very skilled with your crossbow and your bow, but you're also fairly an expert with the blade as well. You also stab.
I mean, expert wouldn't be the right word, but I do know how to stab someone quite well.
Would you say that you prefer to shoot, but if you have to,
I can end stab as well.
You end stab. Rivi, welcome back. Allow us to begin our adventure. As I had mentioned to Daakar earlier, where you're headed is a place called Boldo's Gulch. It is a fairly lucrative gold mine that is sprung up over on the frontier. It is one of the largest kobold settlements in the Land of DnDTime. And pretty much all of the, recently though, the traffic in and out of the Gulch, it's been shut off to outsiders via something that's going on in the mines there, as it's built entirely around this gold mine, has caused the kobolds to shut down all of their kind of traffic going in and out. And apparently, one kobold citizen within the mine, a kobold by the name of Chadley, is not very okay with what's going on, and has kind of hired some adventurers via Bartholomew to go in and kind of break this blockade to a degree, or figure out what's causing it and make sure that it ends. So where our adventure begins officially is you at the entrance to Boldo's Gulch. Originally, this, as I said, was a mine shaft. So you stand outside of a kind of wooden planked out kind of opening in the side of a mountain, essentially, with a kind of crudely painted sign on it that just says Boldo's Gulch, and it has been boarded over. And normally, this is kind of open to through traffic. People are able to move freely in and out of the Kobold mines, and kind of nearby towns do a lot of trade with them. This location has boomed recently because of the gold rush that has been happening in this location, thanks to one particular Kobold by the name of Boldo. But things have been shut down. You see no caravans, which are usually kind of busy here, transporting ores and making trades of food and other goods, or not transporting goods. The entrance to the city is just kind of closed off with boards. So you stand there, and your goal lies within a contact again by the name of Chadley. What would you all like to do as you stand outside of this location?
So, like, we came here for, like, necklaces, right?
You don't mine necklaces out of the ground. You gotta mine material necklaces, then you got to make necklaces.
Wait,
How
so
about you, like, do that for me?
Hold on.
I
necklaces
mean, I'm
are
not
art?
really a craftsman, but, I could try.
Apparently, we've come here for justice.
Justice!
I guess you could say that. I mean, I
That
thought
works.
we were
I
just
like
here
that.
to
I like
clear-
justice. That could work.
I thought we were here
I
to
mean,
clear out
justice
a
involves
problem.
shooting bad guys, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty down with that.
Are those synonymous?
What? Justice and bad guys? I mean, sure, I guess. Probably.
No,
I'm not English major.
Clearing out this gulch or mine shaft or whatever it's called and justice. Those are synonymous, right?
I'm not sure. Wait, what are you asking? I'm confused.
If evil was obstructing the path, then clearing it out is synonymous with justice.
Was like evil gold? Do we have to like take it and purify evil? Wait. Can I just be evil?
Wait, evil gold? That doesn't sound like good gold.
Evil gold's like blood money, I'm guessing.
I mean, who cares as long as it looks good?
Yeah, I guess so.
Should we go inside?
Like,
You
let's
first.
do it.
Right.
Okay, I guess we're going inside.
All right, so you kind of walk up to it. As I said before, it's been boarded over to kind of prevent easy passage in and out, but that looks like they were pretty hastily nailed over the entrance to this location recently, as the nails look still pretty fresh and recently forged. And you find that the wood is not of an particularly high quality. You're able to just kind of move a few loose ones aside and begin stepping forward into the mine shaft. And as you begin kind of trekking deeper and deeper, it's not a lot of activity, although you are able to, in the far distance, very kind of quiet at this point, you are able to hear the sound of things like forge hammers and kind of picks crashing into rock as you move into this cave.
It sounds like they're making my necklaces.
I'm going to stealth mode.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
All right, where is stealth on my sheet?
All right, yeah, you are pretty quick, or pretty quiet as you're moving through this space.
I get a little box out of my bag and pull over myself and start walking around the box on me.
Rivi tosses a box over his head, just keeping very low to the walls and in the shadows, and it's almost as if he's not even there anymore, unless any of you so have a passive perception higher than 16. But yeah, he's doing a very good job of keeping quiet.
That. Well, we lost one.
But
I'm still here, just in the shadows.
Where did that come from?
Not important.
Is he a ghost?
I'm the voice in your head.
I think that's pretty important.
And all of you, or actually only the kobolds, I believe, have dark vision, correct?
I can see in the dark. I'm not sure if they can.
So, Dragonborn, it is very dark in this cave. You can see it was mined by kobolds, and as such, they don't really need torches in a lot of places. So the mines are kind of pitch black. Do either of you have something to kind of light your path via torches, or are you just kind of following blindly?
Like, lead me around.
Yeah.
I have torches. You need some?
Dragonborn around.
Oh, really? Great! Like, be my torchbearer then.
No, you can light yourself.
I have
You just like lift
torches.
the box a little bit and just roll out a torch from it, then close the box again.
All right. Yeah. And
Aw,
now you
I have
definitely
some torches.
the torch has already been passed, and you're given a torch, Callie. Or you can also light one if you wish to do so. Hiori.
Like, Tuktuk,
Yes,
hold this for me.
I'm gonna light my torch.
All right. The light kind of flares in the space, and now you also, by the light, can see various, mining tools and pieces of equipment kind of laid out. There are a lot of different side paths and kind of strips of mining that have been kind of pulled off from the side of the main tunnel forward. But you guys, as you move forward, there are various kind of, again, crudely painted wooden signs at different kind of turning points in the mine that direct the way to Boldo's Gulch, as is the name of the kind of town that is assembled underneath the mountain here. And, as you kind of continue following those, you get to a point in the mine shaft where things are kind of closed off, and it just leads to, at its end, a heavy wrought iron door that's just kind of built into the cave, and it looks like it's kind of preventing your progress any further. The door itself is very small. It is clearly built for kobolds, and that is where you are. What do you do?
Like,
How-
knock knock!
All right, Kelly, you walk up to it. You kind of have to crouch down a little bit, and you kind of rap on the door.
I'd like knock it with my hammer.
Okay, yeah, the hammer slams.
That's not how you knock. That's how you break.
The hammer rings out, and as it does so, you hear on the other side of the door a voice kind of speak out. What's the secret code?
We
There
brought
was a-
dragons to help.
There is a secret code.
The secret code is Tiamat?
Friend?
Gold!
You guys all kind of fumble around for a second outside of the door, and as he calls out, you call out Tiamat, Gold, and Friend, I believe were the three ideas offered.
Don't forget, we brought dragons to help.
Oh, and we brought dragons to help. And the kobold kind of, you hear from the other side, we don't need any help here, go away! And you see the little kind of slit that he had opened on the door to look out at you, slams shut, and apparently you did not get the secret code with what you got there.
Like, if you don't open up, you're gonna need some help.
How do we shoot the threat? We should
I can't-
start talking out first.
I
Yeah,
can't
we
hear
can
you
kill
behind my
it.
heavy steel door!
Heavy steel door, you say? Well,
I mean, the best we can do is kick in the
heavier.
door.
steel door. Don't kick in the door. That's rude.
What's more rude, kicking in the door or them not letting us help them?
I think they're equally rude. I think it balances out. It's nice
Yeah.
equilibrium.
Yeah,
Maybe
from,
you're
from
right.
what Bartholomew kind of told you about this is that most of the kobolds in the city don't really want help, but it was one in particular that feels like there's something going wrong here. So,
Is there, like, any symbols around that could, like, help us figure out, like, a code?
as you're kind of looking around for symbols, you don't see anything that could be you don't see anything that could be, say, a code, but you do hear walking up, kind of down the path behind you. You hear just kind of another voice, just kind of in the darkness from a side cavern, just kind of kind of humming to himself as he's walking down the path. You hear kind of small feet skittering across the rock in the distance, moving towards the door.
Okay, guys, let's,
I
like,
retreat to my
hide
box.
and let him, like, say the code, and we'll, like, say the same thing.
Everyone hide. Stealth mode.
Do you got any room under that box?
Yes, just gotta crouch a little bit.
All right, so you all kind of crouch and hide under the. You guys all hiding in the corner. I don't know if there's enough room in the one box for all four of you. But everyone who wishes to hide, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Oh,
Do I have to make another one, or am I ahead?
oh, this is going to go swimmingly.
Oh dear. Group
Yep.
stealth. Oh nope.
Also disadvantage.
Well. And...
I'm still hidden. You can see them, but not me.
Oh yeah, fair enough. You'll never break stealth. Unfortunately, the two of you, as the somewhat
tall
fittingly,
ones.
yes, somewhat fittingly, as the kind of kobold walks around the corner, and you guys are kind of huddled in the shadows alongside of the box. The kobold just looks at you and just goes, "What are you guys doing here?"
Like, we're the
You don't see
guards here.
anything.
What's the password?
He just kind of looks at you and he goes, "There's not a password. What are you talking about? You're the guys who are the guards here. How are you supposed to? You're supposed to know that." And you see him kind of keep walking back. I'm gonna tell don't make me tell the boss, because if you guys are supposed to be guarding it, when did we start with guards? I thought the door was enough. This is ridiculous.
If you tell the boss, you lose your job.
Yeah, we'll pull with HR. This isn't like an embodied voice in the darkness.
Like,
It's
why aren't you
fine.
working right now?
I am working. I was just going through some of the. I mean, everyone's been kind of, well, going at those sapphires, but I think there's still gold here, and I'm not going to go after the sapphires when I think there's still good gold out here. I mean, you know, they're worth more, but
Shouldn't you be, like, getting the sapphires? If we, like, tell the boss on you, you're gonna, like, get fired.
I mean, this is kind of what we were built on here, is everyone mines for themselves. And, well, we gotta pay taxes to Boldo, which I pay my taxes regularly. And, you know what, I'm done with you guys. And he walks up to he begins walking up to the door. And you see him walk up to the door, and you hear the voice say, "What's the secret code?" And he doesn't say anything, and then the door opens. And he walks through.
What was that really it? Just nothing? Not even speak? That was the...
Like, I'm gonna go and knock on the door again.
So how long is the door open
What's the
for?
secret code?
Oh.
The door just opens really quickly and closes with him behind it.
I don't think I can sneak in behind him in the box, but I don't think that'll work too well.
He says to you again, do you say nothing?
That's like my response.
All right. And he goes, he opens up the door and he goes, "Welcome to, hey, it's you from before.
Yeah,
I'm going
like,
to
we know the
try
secret
to-
code.
How did you
Whoa.
figure out our secret code? You're not even kobolds, you two."
While they're bickering, I'm gonna try just walk past the guy in the box.
He doesn't do anything to stop you. You're way bigger than him. He's just a regular dude. So yeah, you just walk past in the box. That one's just a box. That's not even a person.
Like, the boss called so that we could, like, help with the sapphires.
I mean, good luck. Everyone's going crazy over the things. Although it also seems like there's a lot to go around.
At that point, are they really sapphires?
Do you mind? We kind of need to get going.
Are you a geologist? How would you know?
I mean, you got the secret code, so that's it. That's my job. You already did, I did the best I could. So go ahead. Welcome to Boldo's Gulch. Not even kobolds. This is ridiculous. He slams the iron door shut. But
Wait,
you know,
I need to come in with them.
you snuck in. You sneak in at the last second, right as the door closes. And Daakar, you now all stand within a very interestingly laid out city. The inside of this space, it's reminds you of dwarven, kind of a dwarven city almost, without the quality of architecture. Around you, there are all sorts of sounds of picks, as it's still kind of being developed, but kind of building very vertically. There are various kind of elevators that are operated by just pulley and ropes that are kind of lifting kobolds up and down. You can see kobolds kind of climbing and like hanging on via like grappling hooks and things to the ceiling, like mining into the ceiling in the space. And additionally, there are shops, and you can also see something that looks like a rough kind of inn and tavern setup, a little bit elevated up over a couple of ladders. So it's a very kind of vertical city inside of this mountain. And you are now in Boldo's Gulch. What do you all want to do?
Well, like, you guys figure out what's going on. I'm going shopping.
Yeah, there's like definitely a shopping district, and you can see there are a lot of kind of kobold craftsmen over set up a little bit away. So yeah, you go off to do that. What are other people looking to do as they enter into the space?
I'm going to explore in my box.
All right, you're going to explore in your box. You begin kind of creeping around. It's a little bit more well lit in the space. You don't need the torches if you don't want them. But all around, various kobolds are looking with a degree of somewhere in between fear and respect, in particularly at the big Dragonborns walking around, confused why they're not kobolds, but also, their instinct, their kind of base instincts and feelings towards dragons, owing you at least a degree of respect as their kind of common ancestor, being dragons. And what is everyone else doing? So you're sneaking around, you're going to shop. What about Daakar and Hiori?
I'm going to pick up Daakar and then set out my torch. Not in that order, but I will set out my torch and pick up Daakar.
Fair enough. Daakar, you cool with this?
I guess so.
Daakar, you are lifted very easily by the significantly larger Hiori, and you begin. Hiori, where are you walking to? He said there's a tavern, there's shops, there's craftsmen, there's all kinds of kobolds that in the process of mining. You also see several tunnels leading off in different directions as different kind of mining operations are happening.
I think we need to find a foreman.
All right.
Is there a work area to go to?
The work seems to be happening kind of all over the place, although you definitely see higher up in the mine, there's a lot more kind of activity. Most of the people on the lower levels are doing more kind of work. It seems like clearing out more space as the city is growing, and kind of doing more kind of civilian work, while the ones that seem to be just kind of pure mining are more at the top of the cave.
I think I'm gonna walk around, ask about a bit to see like if there's a foreman here somewhere where we can easily access and I don't have to squeeze through 2-foot holes.
Okay. So you begin kind of climbing upwards. So to start with, we are going to go over to Lake Cali. You move into the shopping district, where you see there are all manner of kobolds kind of as you walk in, just, "You there, dragon! You there, dragon! We have these right here! Fresh rock fruit! I call it rock candy, but it's really rock fruit! Come and buy some!" And, various people kind of hailing you. "We have the greatest in tunics! I can sew 8 together for your huge form if you need them!" And people kind of hailing you and trying to sell you things as you move through this shopping district. There's a lot of metalworking. There are several jewelers. I know you were looking for necklaces.
I need to go to a jeweler right now.
All right. You step onward to the nearest kind of jeweler. Go ahead and make me an investigation check to see how you can find the best of the best. So you find one kobold craftsman. It seems to be a fairly elderly kobold woman who, as you approach, "What are you looking for? A big one? We got all kinds of things here. I have these beautiful sapphire necklaces. I have these beautiful sapphire bracelets. I have sapphire chains. I have golden sapphire chains. What are you looking for?"
Do you have something a little darker? I got this new patron and I still need a holy symbol. It needs to match this hammer here.
Absolutely, I can paint the sapphire on these black. Hold on a second, I'll go get some paint. 1 sec. And she kind of hustles around back, and you see the wares spread out on the table. And you can see pretty much everything here is using this sort of sapphire material, and when you look at it, it's almost instantly not recognizable to you as sapphire. More than it's sapphire, it's got that kind of bright blue iridescent quality to it, but they're very thin, almost flakes of it, and they're not transparent in any way.
What's with this knockoff stuff?
She kind of comes back a second later. "I got the black paint! All right, what do you want? I'll just slather it right on there and we can sell it right away."
So, why is everything a knockoff? I feel I should just gone to the dwarves.
Wait, what?
Have you ever, actually seen a sapphire?
Yes, all over the place. It's everywhere here. We found a new vein of them recently.
I feel like I need to like show you what a sapphire is. Luckily, I grabbed one like while I was still worshipping Claude.
Fair enough. You just produce from your bag a small sapphire?
Like it's a necklace, but it's a sapphire.
All right, you pull it out and show. Oh no, that's not a sapphire. This is a sapphire. Look at it. And she holds up her own necklace that has what she's calling a sapphire on it.
Well, like I really need something, so paint it black.
How many do you want?
Like, how many Bartholomew bucks are they?
Well, we don't trade in Bartholomew bucks. That's the devil's currency. Actually, Electrum is the devil's currency. Bartholomew bucks is also the devil's currency, though. That'll cost you 4 sapphires.
Like, actual sapphires or like your sapphires?
Actual sapphires and my sapphires. They're the same thing.
Why are you like charging sapphires for sapphires?
Well, I put work into this one so I can get more back for it because I've improved it through work. Don't you know anything about the economy?
Like, yeah, I kill stuff and people give me stuff. That's like the economy, right?
That actually is a pretty good summation of it.
So, like, do you need me to kill anything?
I don't know. Give me a bunch of gold. It'll be way more gold than it would be sapphires, because sapphires are worth far more.
Listen, I don't think we're going anywhere, so I'm gonna, like, go and look for some...
Wait! What else do you have? I don't want to give up this sale. I've already painted it black. That's useless to me now. No one wants that.
Like, I got this old sapphire necklace.
Alright, donezo. She's willing to proffer a trade your sapphire necklace for this one.
Here, like, because this is a fake sapphire, let me just take it real quick. You could have the necklace.
I don't know what you're doing, but I think I'm fine with it. You kind of finish up your trade for this necklace with this old woman. Meanwhile, kind of sneaking around town, we have Rivi. Go ahead and make me an investigation check, Rivi. Anything particular that you're looking for?
Just anything evil looking.
Anything evil looking? All right, go ahead.
Oh no.
You're looking around, and well, I mean, it's mostly friends around you, but you see one kobold who's kind of leaning up against a wall on the side of the mine, and he's looking very sort of suspicious and thuggish. And you see him just kind of leaning there, and he just spits on the ground, which is very rude inside of a city. So this person's probably evil, you think?
All right, I take my box and I go over next to him.
All right. He's there just kind of leaning against the wall, trying to look kind of cool. You see him spit on the ground again. Make a stealth check. He has not noticed you at all.
So I nudge him with the box a little bit. Nudge his leg with the box.
He kind of looks down. Whoa!
I throw off the box.
Whoa!
Surprise!
He's extremely startled. Whoa! What are you doing down here?
I'm
Why are you walking around in a box? Answer yourself.
I am the box master.
It seems like you're working on a character here, but you haven't gotten completely fleshed out.
Nope. I am the character of the.
Go away. Get out of here.
No.
I'm leaning against this wall here. Go on.
Why? What did the wall do to you?
It seems like, I mean, the wall didn't do anything. It's just a wall. It just kind of like look cool if I lean back. And
What the ground did? What did you do to the ground?
Please leave me alone, or I'm going to contact the guard.
I am the guard.
You're not. There's no way that you're a member.
I am the box guard.
Show me your identification. All right, and I think this is going to continue for quite some time as the two of you go back and forth. And meanwhile, the two of you that are kind of climbing upwards, as like I said before, Daakar and Hiori, as you're working your way hand over hand using the kind of rope elevators. Hiori, they're a little bit tight for you. You have to kind of squeeze yourself inwards. And you move yourself up to more of the high layers, and like I said, this is where the kobolds seem to be doing the most work in the space. You ask around looking for a foreman, and they kind of point you in the direction of one individual by the name of Grix, who apparently is one of the kind of major foremen, although there is apparently several of them here. But this is the person that's kind of in charge in this area that you're in. And you see this kobold, they have kind of a big pack on, and they're just picking away at what looks like raw rock right here. They don't actually seem to have any ore in the space where they're mining, but yeah, they got a kind of a helmet on, they got a big backpack. They look over to you. Hello.
Hello. Is your name Grix?
I'm Grix. What do you need? You look in the mine?
Well, we've kind of... Now, we'll get to that later. Why are you just, mining into the rock wall?
Well, we're looking for sapphires. We've recently hit a pretty big vein of the things.
Sapphires. I heard about that. Apparently there's a lot here.
Yeah, a lot of them. Well, you see, the trick is, and this is what we've learned about sapphires, if you mine into the bare rock, the sapphires don't show themselves right away. So what you gotta do is you gotta dig into the rock wall, then the next morning, when you wake up, the sapphires will have popped up on the rock wall. So they're a little bit shy, the sapphires. You gotta give them time to pop out. That's the trick.
Oh, well, that explains why I've never been able to dig any up. Okay.
Yes.
So what you're telling me is the sapphires grow overnight.
Yes, that's exactly correct. Well, daytime. We usually work at night, sleep in the day. You know how it is. Life of a kobold.
Huh.
No, I was just wondering, why has trade declined with the outside world?
Oh, well, we got this sapphire vein. You think we're going to give this thing up? We want to make sure we mined it out clean before we go and, well, start selling the outside world. We don't want anyone moving into our sapphire territory.
But you can still trade the gold here, right?
Oh, we completely stopped mining gold. That's useless to us now. Sapphires are worth far more.
With as valuable as the sapphires are, wouldn't it be a good idea to keep trade going? That way you could make money to buy equipment to mine better?
You know something? There's, I think, some validity to that, but we really want to get a nice big stockpile first. At least it seems like a good idea. I've already got about, 300 of the things, myself personally, not to brag or anything. I kind of oversee this section, so I get a little bit of a bigger cut. But things are going very, very well for us here. Tell you
So
that much.
you're putting all your eggs into one basket.
That seems an odd way. I mean, that seems mean. I wouldn't say that.
Since
Well-
you have so many of them, do you mind if we took a look at one?
You can buy one. Oh wait, how would you buy it? Because you'd need a sapphire to get a sapphire. I guess a whole bunch of gold, but sapphires are worth so much more. Well, at least here's what one looks like, and he shows you the same thing I described to Shibu before.
While he's holding it out,
Yeah.
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
All right. Let me think for a moment. There is some very, very, very faint magic coming from it. Magic, not even necessarily of a school, just kind of some inherent magical force that seems to protect it to a degree.
Wow, that is definitely a valuable looking rock.
Sapphire. Get it?
Yeah, gemstones are rocks. I meant it's a valuable looking gemstone.
I
Okay.
thought
Yeah, no,
gemstones-
that makes sense.
I thought gemstones were crystals. Or no, those are different, aren't they?
I'm not a sciencer. I'm not one of those gnomes or anything. I just pick them up and sell them in the long run. So
Hey, brother, none of us are one of those gnomes.
I've never met a gnome before.
and he holds his fist out to you.
And I'll bump fists with him.
Yeah, you bump fists in the traditional kobold.
Hiori will take to her knees to allow this interaction to occur because she's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, you look kind of uncomfortable. You're probably already crouching a little bit in the mine shaft that you're in. But yeah, you get down and you. Oh yes, because you have to go down for the interaction. Indeed, I understand what you're saying now, and it happens as you have said it. Rivi, while you're talking to this individual over on the side, kind of, I imagine the argument has escalated at this point, and there are several people that are just kind of back and forth, or watching this back and forth between you and the guy that you're harassing against this wall. You kind of hear among this little circle of people that are gathering you, you hear a voice speak from behind you, and you just hear, Bartholomew boy! Bartholomew boy! You, the box guy!
Me?
Yeah,
Come on, you want to talk to me for once?
Yeah, get over here,
Oh, okay. I just sneak on over.
And as you're kind of like walking away, you pop back in the box, I assume.
Yes, the box is very important.
The guy that was leaning against the wall kind of yells at you, "Hey, where are you going? I'm not done with you yet."
I'm going to do box things.
Come on.
Don't question it.
And this individual kind of leads you over and sits you down on a couple of, sits down on a couple of barrels that are set up over by a table. There's something, like I said, akin to a tavern in this space. And they look over at you. You work for Bartholomew, yes?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do.
You got the mark of an outsider. Those two big ones I saw before as well.
Yeah, they're my friends.
Okay. My name is Chadley. I hired you all to come here. I've been expecting you for some time. I'm glad you were able to get in. That secret code's tough to crack. I was worried.
Okay, I think the toe wasn't that bad. They messed it up, I think.
Well, regardless, there's something funky going on here. Everyone's, collecting these sapphires, and I don't consider myself one of those gnomes or anything, but I know that that's not what a sapphire is. And they kind of pull out of their pocket what is a real sapphire. I collected this a long time ago. It's kind of my nest egg. One of these days I'm going to cash it in and get out of this place, but, I don't want to see it go down chasing something that doesn't exist.
Well, wait, what? Wait, can I see one of their sapphires? I need comparison here.
And he hands you, one is a big round crystal gem that is clearly a sapphire, and the other is this odd flake of blue that's kind of a matte blue. A little bit of a shine to it.
This looks like goldfish food.
That's a good word for it. I'll tell you this much. It's worthless, and they're building up their entire economy here based around its value. This place is going to come crashing down.
I mean, the thing about money is it doesn't have value to people assign it value. So if everyone's community assigns sapphire value, then this actually has that value.
Yeah, it has value in the context of this community, but that value goes so far as within this community, and they're assuming that eventually that will translate into something that they can trade to other communities.
That's stupid. Yeah, you're right about that.
Resources.
Yeah, they definitely can't trade this for anything else. This is
I promise you that that's not going to be good when I want to buy a sandwich with it in Central City.
But why would you buy a sandwich in Central City? They're not that quality.
Because we don't make food here. We just take these things off of walls.
Well, can you eat them? Do they have any taste?
He hands it to you.
I take a little bite out of it.
It's extremely hard. You can't bite into it.
Make it a good toothpick, I guess. Yeah.
This all started with one in particular individual who opened up a new mine shaft up on the ceiling. He's been at the forefront of this thing that's going on here. You might want to look into that guy.
Okay, I got it. Look at him. Okay. Where will I find him at?
He's calling himself Boss Bog. and he points to kind of an elevator that's close to the center, and it seems to lead up into a mine shaft that goes vertically upwards into the ceiling far above.
Oh, that's pretty high. Yeah. I mean, it's underground high, but it's still pretty high.
Yeah, it's pretty high for sure.
I'm not the best guy for heights. I'll get my friends here. How about that? We'll convene, and we'll go up to the chute.
So do you go around and kind of gather your friends?
Yeah, I do it in the box, of course.
Yeah. Callie,
Like,
you wearing your necklace?
I'm already there drinking.
Wait, where'd you get here?
Oh, like, and that thing that guy has, that's a fake sapphire.
Yeah, I can figure that out myself. I'm not dumb. I just have an average intelligence.
Do you guys meet up with Daakar and Hiori as well?
Sure.
Like, you go get them. I'm gonna drink a bit.
Callie, you enjoy some of the ale. It's not very high quality.
I get in my box and I go find them.
All right. The box creeps up on the two of you.
So, like, what do you guys use as material for your pickaxes if you can't get good trade going anymore because everyone's on the sapphire rush?
Oh, the one that you were talking to before? Oh, yeah, he goes, we've had these for a long time. We've been mining with them. Starting to get a little bit rusty. We still got some smiths, some ore reserves left.
Am I hidden still?
I mean, at this point, the box has become familiar enough to them that your allies are able to notice you. Or do you just kind of jump?
I'm a spooky ghost. I'm an animal. The ghost is telling you to go and follow the box.
There's
Okay, Ghost, I'll listen to you. Just please don't smite me.
a.
I won't
ghost.
smite you.
Smite?
I'll just
What?
spook you.
Nobody's
Follow the
smiting you
box.
without my
Follow the-
permission.
The possessed box of possessiveness. Yeah. He just like makes the box shake a little bit as he walks along.
Okay, guess we're following the box now. See you in a bit,
Follow the
Grix.
magic possessed box of ghostly power.
I shall
Yeah.
see you later.
See,
No, both of you follow me.
Hiori
sure-
is going to pat Grix before starting off to follow the box.
he kind of smiles a little bit, and word to the wise, I suggest you get in on these whole sapphires before they're all gone, because this is where the money's at. Winks.
The ghost says that's a stupid idea. Bye. Starts walking off without them for not following along fast enough.
Excellent. So you all kind of form back up. I assume you meet up with like Callie, who's drinking the very kind of low quality ale that the kobolds are producing in here,
It's kind of revealed to you that alas, I'm not a ghost, but he just throws off the box. I'm Rivi. Hi.
I mean, I at least knew that you weren't a ghost.
Get all the sapphires I can find
Fold.
and translate them into gold.
Well, I mean, I just played the part.
I'm not a transmuter. Transmuter? Alchemist. Yeah.
Translate, like, sell all my sapphires for
No,
gold.
you
Because
can't
apparently gold is
don't
worthless and
translate.
sapphires are worth a lot, so, like,
go
I
ahead
need a
and
lot of gold.
Wait,
yeah,
no.
go ahead and make me just a charisma and or intelligence check. Whichever one you want to make. Unskilled.
Wait.
All right. So as you're going around town, I mean, you convert at obviously a very good rate from the kind of the sapphires that you've gathered. I'm going to say that you make about 50 gold in this kind of moving around and dealing freely while people are kind of gathering together.
Callie, don't scam people. That's not very nice.
I'm, like, not scamming, I'm taking advantage.
They don't know any better.
What's the difference?
The difference is one has right, one doesn't. That's the difference. One, you ever heard of the gold standard before? The gold standard?
It's, like, okay, because I'm doing it, and I'm, like, good. Like, kind of.
No, you're like gray area. I
I'm
don't know
putting
what
them
part
back
you
on the
stand
right standard.
Okay, fine. If you promise to come back to the right standard, I won't stab your kneecaps.
I mean, look at this necklace that they sold me. This
Why is it
necklace is
painted
like
black?
Terrible.
It looks
That was
like
not
there's
a very good
black
paint job.
on it.
The paint is chipping off already.
Is
It
it?
looks like they did their best.
I mean, their best is good enough for me.
And as you guys are saying this, I assume you guys are going up the elevator to the location that you were.
Okay, guys.
Like, yeah.
We gotta go into stealth mode. That way it doesn't know us going for the elevator. I'm a master of stealth, trust me. Alright.
Do
There's
I have
not
to
really a lot of.
read into this?
I was gonna
Trust
say
me.
there's- Oh yeah, it's absolutely tight. You guys are actually, one of you is probably gonna have to just hold on to the rope. One of the Dragonborn is, because there's definitely only room for one Dragonborn.
I'll hold on to the
Or
rope.
we could
I'll
stand
hold
up
on
and
to the
we
rope.
could pillar up on top of each other. That's a great idea.
That's
in my
pretty
opinion.
close to what you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The box is getting smushed.
Given time, you don't need to make an athletics check or anything for this. This is, fairly trivial to do. You climb your way up to the top via this elevator, and you move into a new space. It looks a little bit more nicely carved than some of the other places that you've seen before in the mine. And up ahead of you, you can see a chunk of wall that's set up, and again, a little bit smoother in the stone. There's another one of those. There's another kind of iron door built into the wall here, and on either side of it, you can see two kobolds with like big tower shields and armor standing in front of it.
Can I ask a question? You said there was dwarven stuff here?
No, I was saying like the structure of the city was a little bit reminiscent of a dwarven city in style, but the the stonework wasn't as good.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay, you. Yeah, that's what you see. This is presumably the location of this guy, Boss Bog. As you move up into the elevator, there's not a lot of room for stealth, and one of those kobolds over by the door kind of calls out to you. You got business with Boss Bog?
Like, yeah.
Do you have business with the bog? You know what?
He's like expecting us.
We have news from the outside. There might be another location to find sapphires.
The other one kind of speaks up. Wow! Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I'll let him know. That's like a big deal.
Very big. In fact, it's sick with two C's, as the kids say.
What does that mean? What is thick with two C's?
It means very big.
Isn't thick spelt with one C and one K?
No, that's just normal big. Sick with two C's is ultra big.
That's Kobold slang. I know it too. He walks over and kind of opens the doorknob and moves in. Door doesn't seem to be locked. He steps in. He's gone for just a brief moment. He returns a second later and kind of looks at the group of you and goes, "The boss said that's completely impossible."
No, it isn't.
So explain why we had word that there's another? If it's impossible.
I don't know.
How do you know it's not impossible?
We brought proof. Look at her necklace. It's like your sapphires, but it's a little bit darker.
Like, see?
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, and I'll give you advantage because you're helping with the necklace, Callias. Good angle. He looks at you. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty weird. Yeah, why don't you go talk to him? I can't handle this one. And they allow you entry into the space.
Keep up the good work, brother.
Thank you. The other one calls out, "Thank you." Slightly lower pitched voice.
I toss them my one crappy little flake of blue.
Like, you too. I'm glad that you, like, you know why we came here. I forgot.
You already forgot why we came here.
Fair enough. And you kind of catch the he kind of catches the sapphire piece that you throw to him, and you step forward into the chamber where you can see a very finely dressed kobold sitting behind a wooden desk. There's like kind of a very, very large safe on the kind of right side of the room that he's in, and that's the space that you're in. There's some various furnishings and stuff. And you hear this kind of kobold speak out to you. I told them not to let you in. What are you doing? You're the ones that are talking about another sapphire mine, right?
Yes, and we've brought proof.
Why do you sound like you drink boatloads of tea?
He kind of pulls from kind of a small side table up a cup of tea and takes a drink of it. And he looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
I guess that answers the question.
You're like Boss Bog, right?
I'm Boss Bog, yes.
All right,
So,
Mr. Bag,
Boss Bog.
Boss
It's okay, at least you're trying.
Show me these.
I'm always trying.
Show me these counterfeit sapphires you're speaking about.
Like, why did you say they're like counterfeit?
Because there's no other sapphire in this mine. I know I was the one that showed them the sapphire mine. There's no possible way that you have found another one. It would be completely improbable.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
how do you know that?
naturally, doesn't ore start in more than one place? So if there's gemstones here, there has to be gemstones somewhere else. Right?
Yes, perhaps you're right. Why don't you go look for them elsewhere then?
Well, that's I'm here to show you the ones that we found, so that we can strike a business deal.
Well,
Alright.
here's something to think about. If the one that we found is way larger than yours, wouldn't that put you out of business?
Show it to me.
It's like right here.
All right. May I examine it more closely?
Like, no, you're gonna like steal it.
Yes, I, the richest kobold here in Boldo's Gulch, save Boldo, am going to steal your sapphire. The sapphire
Like,
magnate,
exactly.
Boss Bog, is going to steal your sapphire.
Yes.
Oh my god, just let him see it.
Like, why are we here again, guys?
Look, if he stole it, we'll just steal it back. It's kind of like eye for an eye, steal for a steal.
Eye for an eye and everyone goes blind.
No, it's an expression.
That was also an expression.
You're an expression.
So he looks at it for a time and he goes, I think I've seen enough. I'm not interested in whatever your business deal is. Please be gone.
So, I have a question.
He raises an eyebrow.
Why are you offering fake sapphires instead of gold? And why are you putting all of your eggs in one basket when you could be running very easy trade out here? And let's say for a moment you do start doing that again, you can get more equipment and hire more people to bring out more of these counterfeit sapphires that you're obviously mining.
You're not from the city.
I'm sorry.
You're not from here, I can tell. You are... Two of you, looks at the two Dragonborn there. We're obviously not of Boldo's Gulch. I assumed that they were friends of yours, but you're not residents of Boldo's Gulch either, are you?
I don't really have a home. I kind of walk around and shoot things. That's kind of my job. It's called being a hunter, I think.
There's been a strict embargo on anyone here inside the city, and now you come in claiming that we have fake sapphires, which is obviously absurd. I would like you to leave. Is that the word for it? No. Well, if you leave here, you'll begin telling people that we have fake sapphires, and that can't be.
Well, how about you, like, open that safe for me real quick?
You
would like me to open the safe?
Like, yes.
It could be a trap. Don't be too close to it.
I would be happy to. Please. And you may open it if you wish.
Like,
It's
I'd
a
rather
trap.
you open it.
Don't. Like I'm saying, it's a trap.
And he walks over to the safe and turns the big kind of metal wheel on it, and it slides open.
Gun safe.
It slides open, and yeah, he just opens it and he kind of gestures to it.
Now, like, get in there.
Why? I believe we'll know. I know very much why. You intend for me to walk into the safe and then to shut it behind me, and perhaps I starve to death inside of the safe?
No,
No,
I just want to see your
no,
lovely
That's what you
sapphires.
people would do. We're not evil. I'm not evil. I'm not sure about like Callie. She's kind of scary.
Guards! Guards!
Nightmare cart
Okay,
demand.
okay. You know what? You're being pretty freaking evil right now. So
and
how about
the-
I just just shoot you? So I'm going to take an arrow shot at him.
What?
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
What?
That's like not an attack roll. I'm demanding him to like.
No,
go
I'm
inside.
shooting the
I'm
guy.
not talking to you. I'm talking to the one who said I'm going to take an arrow and shoot him.
Hey, I got him.
Yup, that definitely hits. Roll for initiative.
Not damage too, I assume.
And you're using your... What is the thing that you're trying to make him do right now?
Like walk inside the safe.
Does he make a save against that?
Like yeah, wisdom save.
Okay.
I had 10 piercing, by the way.
Like dang.
Damn. You got -2 to that.
Shove him in there, shove him in there!
And he's gonna roll for initiative. Oh my god! So you fire an arrow. Oh my god, 10 piercing damage. It strikes him right in the shoulder. As it hits him, he kind of staggers back. He kind of shouted out guards, and you see the door kind of swings open, and the 2 guards on the outside, they see you standing there with a bow, him with the arrow, the safe open. There's definitely some stuff going down here. I would like you all to roll for initiative.
We already did.
We did.
Oh wait, what am I? I'm just a dummy. I apologize. I just forgot to change the
Oh,
music.
also, me and Chad need to roll for it off because we both got the same number. Or we just take the stairs.
Yeah, I'm just using Chadley's stat block, but it's actually boss block. But
Wait,
go
no,
ahead,
yes, block in the
no,
chest.
I'm just you can just go first. You have a higher dexterity than him.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh no, it's Brandon that's first.
Oh wait. Oh wow, you got a very high roll. I missed that one. Daakar, what do you do?
Somehow.
Yes, I'm going to Armor of Shadows myself.
Wait, like when the guards ran in, could they hear my channel divinity?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it to you. Do you have to be able to see them? Oh, no, they just have to be able to hear you. So, sure. I will give it to you. Gonna live up. I make those public. And you Armor of Shadows yourself as the... does 12 fail?
Like no.
Wow. Damn, son. So yeah, the shadows coil up and form a protective barrier around you. Anything else on your turn, Daakar?
Can I ready a bonus action?
Bonus actions cannot be. It is an action to ready an action,
Okay,
so bonus action.
then,
cannot be.
nothing else this turn.
All right. In that case, that is going to bring us now to you, Daakar.
We just
Isn't it like the guards?
Or
Or
no, they're going to go on the same initiative as you will.
That would be me then.
Yep.
wait.
All right. So obviously he's pretty evil because he's trying to mess up everyone. So freaking get him! Oh wait, crap. Hold on. Hunter's mark.
You Hunter's mark on him.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
I assume that you'll make an attack roll. You haven't made an attack yet.
Yeah, it's my fact. I can make an attack next. So now he's going to take an extra 1d6 on a hit. As long as I have concentration up. So I'm going to take an attack roll.
All right, go for it.
Get him! Ooh, critically.
That hits. Roll damage.
Plus 1d6 from Hunter's mark. Rolling
It's like
one. Oh, dang, it's not
2d6
working. There you go. I got 3.
All right, that is definitely going to that's going to kill him. You fire your longbow and it flies forward and goes right into the heart of this individual, who has now fallen down on the ground, slain, as he's pinned to the back wall with an arrow.
All right, so this looks bad, but we're actually the good guys. He was the bad guy, guys. So you can just put down your swords now.
The
I didn't hit anybody.
the
I didn't hit anyone either. My weapon is literally still
I didn't hit anyone either. I shot him, and that's not hitting.
Like, a safe is open right there. Why don't you go, like, rob it? We're gonna go.
Are you gonna move?
Oh, I'm going to hop behind the desk.
All right. As you hop behind this desk, you can now see very clearly into the safe. There is an immense pile of these blue sapphires, these kind of thin blue flakes. And as you're looking at them, you have this revelation. These are blue dragon scales. And the reason you have that revelation is because of the rumbling that is within the safe of...
Guys, there's a dragon in there.
and you see a very small blue dragon.
It's just a baby one.
Yes, which still has a lightning breath that is going to shoot at you.
Oh, wait, no!
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as it's now the foe turn.
Oh, well, that's not good. Yay! No, a natural 20.
You are going to succeed, which means you're going to take half.
Oh, no, that's not even good. That's not good enough. Close it.
That's not
half my
bad.
health.
You only take 8. I'm just going to roll recharge now while I'm thinking of it.
That's half my health.
And you watch as this
It's
small...
like reduced to 4, because...
Yes,
you
it's
Oh, wait, okay. I thought that was half
nice,
at once.
nice save. And the dragon kind of pounces out, and you see this blue dragon go up and snarl and stand over next to Rivi, and kind of looks over at the guards, and that small dragon voice kind of yells at the guards, "Don't let them escape!" And that is going to bring us to the guards, who are going to attack the two of you that are standing at the door. Actually, one of them is going to... they don't have to walk into the safe, right? The one that you charmed?
No.
So they're going to actually... Yeah, one of them is going to go after you, and one of them is going to go after... Hiori with their spear attacks. The first one is you, Callie. And those are going to... I assume a 13 misses you, Hiori?
Yes.
And I assume a 20 hits you, Callie?
Like, yeah...
5 points of piercing.
Two-handed? Okay.
Yeah, it's two-handed. They're not using shields. Or actually, no, they are using shields, so it's only 3. I'm sorry. And that is all for the foe turn. As we move now on to, I believe it is Hiori's turn. Yep, Hiori. What do you want to do?
Well, as I aforementionedly stated, I haven't even pulled out my weapons, so I'm going to take out my shield and my battle axe, which looks suspiciously like a really sharp signpost.
That's excellent. And I'll just say you can do that for free. You just have your shield and battle axe. You take them out, you can still take an action.
Okay. The one that...
the dragon?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's a good point.
What's the move?
Okay.
Gotta make a call.
Help.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm going to go over to Rivi and the little blue dragon.
All right. As you step over, that's going to be one opportunity attack against you.
Okay.
21 actually is.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh
yeah,
god.
That hits
7
pretty hard.
Piercing damage. That's max damage. You still up? You're still good, I assume. Oh yeah, you're a paladin. You're still okay. So you walk over next to the dragon.
And then... Can I kind of push it off of him?
Oh yeah, so you're gonna try and like grapple it, and kind of drag it a little bit.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and make me an athletics check, which will contest against the strength of the dragon.
Okay. Well, that doesn't look very good.
Yeah. Well, you because I didn't roll the crit in public, the crit does not happen. That's how it always works. So roll again, but it still succeeds. You go to kind of coil around the dragon with your arms, and the dragon instead kind of moves its live, kind of blue-scaled body and looks at you. Its teeth kind of flaring and sparking with electricity as it seems very angry. That's anything else? I think that's all for your turn.
Yes.
So that's going to bring us then to Callie. What do you want to do, Callie?
Like, what's with stabbing me, bro? Hiori, like, was gonna make you survive. But now I'm just gonna, like, beat your head in.
All right.
Oh,
And you are going to beat his head in. Go ahead and roll damage on that. 7 points of damage as your mace slams down on top of this dude's dome. He goes, ow! And kind of stumbles for a minute, but that's not enough to bring him down. These guys are a little bit tougher than your average kobold.
Then, like, I'm gonna bring up one of these.
13 unfortunately misses as the spiritual weapon goes to fly in. At the last second, still reeling from the attack, he does manage to get the shield, the big kind of tower shield, up in front of the weapon.
It, like, takes the form of, like, a terrifying shadow monster, but it looks
Oh,
like me,
jeez.
so it's okay.
It's a terrifying shadow, Kelly.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the
Excellent.
Nightmare
And-
Kurt gave it to me.
I mean, of course, Nightmare Kurt, and that Shadow Callie goes and punches, but the shield blocks. Anything else on your turn, like Callie?
Like, that's all I got.
All right. And that case, that's going to bring us around to the top of the initiative. Daakar, you have your shadowy armor around you. What do you do?
Well, this nice Dragonborn's been carrying me around all day, is brave enough to face up to this dragon. So, even though it's going against everything screaming in my head, I'm going to face up against it too.
All right.
I shall...
Oh yes, you were still riding on the shoulders of Hiori, weren't you?
Yes, I am.
Or
aren't I?
were you? Or
Never
were
put
you?
him down.
You can have hopped off at the beginning of this fight if you wanted to.
remember you have pack tactics.
No, I'm going to stick with her.
All right.
And I'm going to, first of all, curse the dragon for being so mean.
All right. You do so.
And then I'm going to... I don't know quite how the order on this still, but I'm going to Wrathful Smite it and strike it with my rapier.
Remember you have pack tactics.
Go ahead and make an attack.
And thank you for reminding me. Wrong button.
Unfortunately, the 12 does not quite do it. The dragon scales are a bit tougher than that. Anything else on your turn, Daakar?
Well, I'm not going to be able to Wrathful Smite after all, so...
Yes, naturally that will be held. All right. In that case, that is going to bring us, as the rapier goes in, you stab into the dragon scales, but the rapier is deflected off as we move now on to Rivi. What do you want to do, Rivi?
That's a dragon. That's pretty spooky. I'm going to, bonus action first, I'm going to move my, so once the target dies, I can move the, Hunter's Mark to different creature and move the dragon.
Yep, you move it on to the dragon.
And then I'm going to, beg for my life. Yeah, please don't kill me. I'm a very cool person to get to know. You know, you don't have to build an evil guy. And you seem like a pretty good dude to me. You know what I'm saying?
All right. You pathetically cower to distract your foe, giving your nearby allies advantage. And as you have kind of distracted the foe before you, the blue dragon looks down at you, pathetic, and goes.
That's kind of rude.
And goes to bite down on you. That's a 13. Does a 13 hit?
No, thankfully.
Nice, it misses. And it's gonna roll to recharge. And it does. Recharges lightning breath, and then the two dragon shields. You're at the door still, Callie. So both of them are next to you, and they're both gonna make attacks at you with their spears. It's a 9 and a 7. I assume both miss.
Like, yeah.
You ably dodge the two spears as it moves on to your turn, Hiori. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use Lay on Hands.
All right.
You're gonna attack him with your advantage.
You do have advantage right now from the grapple collar bag. Are you going to use 5 hit points of lay on hands, I assume, for yourself?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good right now.
All right, you bolster yourself with healing energy. Anything else on your turn?
Hold on. Was Lay on Hands?
Lay on hands is an action.
Okay.
Unless you have a bonus action, that would mean you were cashed.
No, I don't have a bonus action, and I think Lay on Hands was the better choice there because
Oh, come on, you blew it.
being at 2 health is pretty bad.
And that's going to bring us next
Two's
to...
not that bad of a number.
that's going to bring us then to Callie. What do you want to do, Callie?
Level 1 Paladin.
So, like, can I angle these two so they're, like, both in front of me?
In order to do that, you would have to provoke an opportunity attack from one of them. Because they're kind of like on either side of you right now.
Then, like, sure, I'll do that.
Okay. Which I assume misses at a 13?
Like, yeah.
Yep. You step around to the side, and now they're both in front of you. What do you want to do?
Like, freeze.
But of course. Oh, jeez. They both take half... Oh, wait, no, it's a Constitution save. I made the wrong save. Oh, jeez. They still both take half damage as you breathe out your cold dragon breath. The armor on their bodies kind of frosts over, and both of them kind of get a chill. The one that you've already damaged is starting to look pretty beat up. You gonna do another spiritual weapon too?
Like, yeah.
All right, swing away. 11 misses. The spiritual weapon clashes once more against the shield as they are bearing down on you. We move to the top of the initiative. Hakar again. What will it be, Hakar? Hakar?
Oh, sorry.
No, no problem.
Well, I shall make another attempt at a wrathful smite, hopefully.
You have
Sure.
advantage because I'm begging for my life.
Yes. 14 is going to hit. Roll damage on that. Just barely.
Oh, I forgot my Hexblade's curse, so there's 2 extra on top of that.
Okay, 7 points of damage, and then you're gonna do the smite as well.
Remember, it's hard mark to get additional 1d6, I'm pretty sure, right?
I'm not using Hex, I'm using Hexblade's curse.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
No, like my ability applies to team, I'm pretty sure, correct?
Like, no, that's only if you hit.
6.
Okay, you hit it. Okay, sorry.
11 total points of damage, and they're gonna make a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you, which I will roll for them now. Oh my god, you guys are rolling like monsters, as I always roll. So the fear effect does not happen, but you do a hearty 11 points of damage to this dragon, which kind of curls back as you smite down on it with your rapier. Anything else on your turn?
To protect this settlement.
And I'm trying to rule it. And that's going to move us now to Rivi. What do you want to do?
You know what? Trying to rule things what evil guy I do, I'm gonna freaking stab you!
All right. Stab away.
Advantage because of my pack tactics.
19
19
hits. Roll damage. Plus that hunter's mark.
Alright, Mark, I'm gonna click that real quick.
9 more points of damage. You cut, kind of catching a weak point in the scales, and as you do so, the dragon is, yeah, like I said, starting to look a little bit beat up, but he's still definitely got a lot of juice still.
Surrender and I'll spare you!
And he looks at you. Please, this is the beginning only. And
That's what people say. I'm pretty sure it's evil guys.
and he's going to actually step away from you, since you guys are kind of surrounding him at the moment. He's going to provoke an opportunity attack from you, Rivi.
That's just normal roll, right? I don't think
Yep, just-
pack tactics apply to that. Oh, that wasn't a good one.
That's not going to hit. And he kind of circles around and moves around the outside of you, Hiori, and gets ready to breathe a breath weapon in a line where he can hit 3 of you since you're riding on Hiori's shoulders. I'd like all 3 of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, Dex.
Oh,
save
no.
my-
Come
my
on.
Absolute
Only have a
worst.
+5 to this.
Oh man, he's been rolling real low on these. That's lucky. So you take All of you take 6 points of lightning
I'm
damage.
still at my current health.
He breathes outward in a straight line. The lightning courses, streaks across the room and into the safe beyond, where all of the blue scales are stacked up. And yeah, are all of you still good? With 6 points?
I'm fine.
Yep, we're still up.
Yeah, Hiori, actually, I think that lightning, that 5 health put you at 1, right?
Yep.
All right, that's going to bring us then to the dragon shields, which are going to continue to try and get you, Callie. 17?
Like, no.
All right, they missed. Ding, ding.
This is
You
like
were
some
deflecting.
thick armor and a good shield.
Two very tanky groups as they do battle. We move now on to Hiori. What do you do?
Alright, I'm getting real tired. Real tired of this dragon.
All right.
Hit him! Hit him!
I'm probably not in any mood to go engage those spear guys, so this is going to be on a one-target frost breath.
All right, it's going to be. You're not going to really be able to hit the dragon and also avoid. Or what's the range on that? What's the distance? Oh wait, no, he moved behind you. So yeah, you're good. You can just get him. Sorry.
All right.
So he's going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
DC
God
12, so he
damn it.
succeeds. However, he does still take 2 points of cold damage.
2. That's
as
the best I've done.
Level 1's always tough. As he kind of gets struck by the frost breath, he does not seem overly affected, and it moves us on next to Callie.
Okay, like, Shadow Kelly, you get the weak guy first.
Roll damage.
Oh my god.
Which weak guy? Because he is no more. As your 5 points of force damage comes down, kind of hits him on the skull. You're just killing these guys, right?
Like, man, I look good in black.
As you kind of hit down on top of the helmet with your shadow fist from your spiritual weapon, the individual collapses onto the ground. You still have your action. What do you do?
Like, come here, boy.
Oh god, roll damage. 16.
Kelly, am I helping us?
You go over and just you watch as his body all of a sudden becomes covered in lacerations and bruises as you inflict wounds on this individual, and he's still barely hanging on, actually. But he's on death's door, and he's looking at you absolutely terrified.
You can run now if you want.
He looks at you and he just kind of nods once quickly, and you see him like gesturing like on his turn he's going to drop his shit. That's going to bring us to the top of the initiative, which is you, Daakar.
I have a dumb question.
Of course.
Is
Please
there
ask.
a limit to how many times I can curse something?
Yes, I think you only get one of those a day. You can't like stack it.
How many different curses I can place on something?
Oh, I think you can also hex if that's your question.
Then I will do so.
All right, as bonus action, you hex the dragon.
I shall hex its wisdom.
All right. And then it's going to make a save of some kind. You're going to make an attack against it?
Yes.
All right, swing away.
2. Booming blade, it technically.
All right. Well, I don't think you can cast. You can't cast Hex and Blooming Blade in the same turn. But
Oh, that's unfortunate.
you do deal another. Or I guess you. Wait, is it? Do you attack as part of the Booming Blade?
Yes.
I'm sorry, you can. That's my mistake. So yeah, you hit for 17 points of damage, and you have now Booming Bladed the creature. Oh my god, 17 is so much damage. Anything else on your turn? He's really close to defeat at this point.
I don't know if there's any way I can stipulate that I don't want to outright kill this dragon with my magic if it moves.
It's big enough that you can probably stabilize it if it goes down. So, unless someone's actively trying to kill it, I'll say you guys cannot kill it. Anything else?
No, that will be all. Do you want me to roll the potential damage now, or when it?
When it happens.
Okay.
Rivi.
All right. I'm
left
pretty
with this
sick of
round.
this garbage. I'm going to fucking pincushion you.
All right, go ahead and make an attack.
You're right next to him, right? Bionic.
Like, I'm way over by the
No,
door.
but Rivi and
I'm talking about. Dang it, wrong person. You're next to him, right, Brandy?
Rivi and Daakar. Oh, I'm sorry, not Hiori and Daakar are both next to him. So go ahead and make your attack with advantage.
I'm going. Yes.
22 definitely hits. Roll that damage.
Plus my get him.
And that is going to be the killing blow. Which would you care to describe it?
Rivi is pretty freaking pissed right now, because not only is this guy clearly evil, he's hurting all of, well, we wanted such friends, but acquaintances, and he just freaking pulls back the bow, aims for the head, and goes, oh, right through the skull.
All right. It flies as you've described it and strikes directly into the skull, and you watch as the dragon kind of and falls and collapses over onto his side as he has been defeated. The remaining Dragonborn, as I had described before to you, Callie, drops the shield and kind of, sorry, and puts his hands up in the air. I don't know if you guys finish him off, but regardless, since we
like Nightmare Kurt told me to.
No, just spare him. He's injuring.
He goes down. I mean, he wasn't trying to dodge the hit or anything. But
that's kind of rude.
With that, before you've defeated this foe, you watch as kind of Chadley comes and meets up with you for a while.
I think we should secure the dragon and stabilize it. Fighting a dragon is one thing, killing a dragon is another.
I kind of shot through the head.
Yes, and
I
as
think it's going to live.
The dragon's skull is thick enough that while it brought it down, it didn't like pierce all the way into the brain.
I don't think you should make the dragon wake up. I think it's going to be angry at us.
I have a healer's kit to stabilize it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'll let you guys say
That
that you do that. And as you do so, you kind of get a good idea that maybe it was the right idea as this dragon starts talking about how its father's going to come and deal with this place. But perhaps less so now that this dragon's still alive. But regardless, as things kind of wrap up here, you kind of, for the sake of brevity, I'll say, you kind of explain to Chadley what was going on, and over time, it seems like via your intervention here, they will understand that they were being swindled in a sense, and this town will reopen itself up to outside trade, and the economy won't collapse. So congratulations on your victory. Each of you earn 1 point of experience, which means if you were at level 1, you are now at level 2, and 100 Bartholomew bucks, of course. And with that, this adventure is concluded.
Like, Kurt is so much more useful than Claude.